Let me go ahead and set this bad boy up. You know what I'm saying? We got to maintain the gangster. Maintain the gangster Monday. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it going. We got to keep it live. We got to keep it funky. We have arrived. Distracted Gardener. Hello. 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 I'm feeling pretty good this morning. I can't even lie to you. I'm feeling pretty good. I got some tricks up my sleeves. You know what I'm saying? I called my mama. I said, Mama, I'm a stripper hoe now. But nah, I ain't gonna talk about that too much today. But just know I'm about to get this money. And the things that we need cost a whole lot of motherfucking money. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, you said don't get it. It already did. Hold on, right. That's why I said don't even do it. Don't even do it before then. Let me put it to a less known one. Because I think that we had some trouble with that particular song before, actually, too. I'm trying to avoid the algorithms, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay away from those algorithms because they be knowing, man. But I think we should be good with this right here. I think this is a smooth groove right here. Yes, sir. But yeah, nah. What we need costs a lot of money. And there's a variety of channels to get it. I've raised money. I've raised over $1 million actually for Politoscope. So I have a lot of experience with that. But. Just know I got big plans. But we'll talk about that later. Hey. Right, exactly, literally. You know what I'm saying? Just breathing air. So again, whether it be stuff that I gotta pay for myself, or this nonprofit we putting together that's gonna cost money, or any of my other ideas that I'd like to do. You know, the shit ain't free. Shit ain't free. And there's only so much of asking other people for money that you can do. But y'all will catch on to that later. You know what I'm saying? If you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. But I'm about to get paid. Which means we about to get paid. Now let's go ahead and take this hit and get into it. We're going to start off with Rashida Tlaib raising the alarm. Because again, it's looking like Biden's biggest... Biden's biggest political hurdle going forward is definitely going to be this conflict with Israel and Gaza, 100%. At the end of the day, Biden's going to need those swing voters in those states. Right now, again, until we're about 6 months out from the election, the polls are, it's just another poll here and there. Because there will be polls that come out, like, for instance, there was a poll recently that came out that had Biden up by 7. So, again, we still need to let some more time go by before we really start adhering to the polls. But at the end of the day, as we know, what matters is election turnout. But again, Biden's biggest political struggle is going to be he's going to have to go for some type of a ceasefire. If he doesn't call for a ceasefire or do a better job with calling for peace, then I think that's going to be his biggest hurdle. Because other than that, other than this, what's going on with the Palestinians and them getting crushed and clobbered, Biden has a decent record to go off of when comparing to Trump and everything that he's going through. So I think that that's really going to be his biggest problem. So we'll see how he handles it. But first, let's go ahead and take a hit, and then we'll check out what Rashida Tlaib has to say, and then we'll continue onward. Cheers. Oh, Mick, hold on, what you say? You got COVID? Damn. I had COVID when I came back from St. Louis, but hopefully that shit go away because I know this should be annoying. Cheers. Oh, Mary, I'm about to be on. I'm making an OnlyFans, and it's about to be popping. I'm about to start a show with a Colombian OnlyFans. about to get shit popping. I'm not sitting around waiting for motherfuckers to give me money. And by motherfuckers to give me money, what I mean is like investors and shit like that. I'm still gonna be approaching them, but I have experience raising money, and fuck all that shit, man. I'm about to get paid. Cheers. But that's why I said, Big. A poll came out recently that had Biden up by 7. So, like, are we only gonna pay attention to the polls that show Biden losing, or are we gonna give attention to the polls that show him beating Trump by 7 or 8 points? That's what I'm saying right now. The polls, we need to wait a little bit more. This is too much time. There's a whole year. You feel me? So we just need to wait a little bit. See how Biden addresses this issue, because depending on how he addresses, this conflict over there, that'll impact his poll numbers. He has an opportunity to do all kinds of things over the next year. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Because again, like a lot of people, they'll point out like, oh, Trump's beating Biden by this much, but then if a poll comes out that has Biden beating Trump by the same amount, we're not going to talk about that. You feel me? So like polls right now are just narratives. Like they have some value, but like with a whole year left to go before the election, it's really just an opportunity for people to push a narrative on what they think is going to happen. That's why when the poll, like personally for me, I think Biden, my opinion until I see things change, I think that Biden's likely going to win re-election. But y'all didn't see me talking about that poll that came out recently where he was up by 7 points, because right now I really don't give a shit about any of the polls because it's too far away from the election time. But we do have an election tomorrow, statewide elections in several states. But yeah, now I encourage everybody to not get too caught up in the polls right now, because there's still so much time. You're really just going to waste your energy by focusing too much on what the polls say. Just go walk your dog, go have a good time, go on a date. You feel me? Like, don't get too caught up in that shit. But again, what is important right now are the issues. And right now, Biden's biggest problem is not calling for a ceasefire. That's really his biggest issue right now. So we'll see how he handles that. But with the alarm bells being raised, what's he going to do? This is all on him. Look, listen, Biden is basically running against himself. Joe Biden's running against himself. If Joe Biden loses to Donald Trump, it's going to be because he didn't address things like this. Plain and simple. So what's he going to do about it?
Weeks and then recently publicly, because I think it is important to recognize weeks and then recently publicly, because I think it is important to recognize that we have a very divided country, as you well know. You have said that polls really don't reflect where people are. I agree with you. But I will tell you, this is the first time, Jen, that I have felt like the 2024 election is in great trouble for the president.
Basically, what I'm getting at is arguing too much about this right now. Really, it's just a waste of time. Like I could change my mind. I could, but I'm not going to, because a little bit of time needs to pass. You feel me? When we get 6 months out from the election and I see certain things, okay. But until then, like, it's just other stuff to talk about. It's a waste of energy.
President and for our democratic control, which is essential to moving forward, because
definitely on that, big boy, 100% on that for sure. We just got to collect more data.
These young people, Muslim Americans, Arab Americans, but also young people, see this conflict as a moral conflict and a moral crisis. And they are not going to be brought back to the table easily with, if we do not address this.
No doubt, Congressman.
And see, again, notice how Pramila's talking, because right now she said, if we don't address this, th- th- what's he gonna do? You feel me? Like, that's always the thing. There's always an opportunity. And what I've learned, like because like I've been working in politics for several years now, and now I'm getting more into the real world with stuff like helping to fund candidates. We're putting together this nonprofit, what have you, stuff like that. Um, but some of what I've learned is you have to push whoever's in office. You got to push them. You know what I'm saying? And you never know what people are going to do. You really don't. Sometimes when you push a politician, sometimes they don't budge, but sometimes they do. Sometimes they end up coming through a way. I mean, you don't know. You feel me? You just gotta. I've just learned in politics, you really got to take shit a day at a time. Like, you really do. I mean, Joe Biden could have a stroke tomorrow. I'm not wishing that upon him, but he could. You feel me? Donald Trump could go to prison. He could. You feel me? We don't know. There's just so much shit in the air. We just got to take it a day at a time. But like Rashid is saying right here, she didn't say he's not going to address it. She said we're going to have major issues if we do not address this. So what our job is, their job and our job, push them in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a good thing that people are sitting up and saying, look, bruh, if you don't address this situation in a proper way that can help the Palestinians who are clearly outgunned, you feel me? Like, I mean, I don't talk about this issue much. And some of it is because what is there to say? We know what's up. The Palestinians are completely outgunned and just getting bullied. This is an opportunity for Israel to come swoop in and just take more land because the narrative's on their side overall. So, what voters should do is be like, look, bro, if you don't address this, then we're not going to show up to the polls. And if Biden wants to win, then he gonna address it. You feel me? So that's the thing. We just got to take it a day at a time and see what happens. And again, both of these motherfuckers is old. Donald Trump and Joe Biden are the same age. In 6 months, they could have a heart attack. So let's just take it a day at a time.
I think we are seeing a generational response to what's happening overseas. But language also matters. And genocide is defined as the intentional destruction of an entire ethnic or religious group. And a lot of people do listen to statements made by members of Congress. So I just want to be clear. Do you agree that with a description of this as genocide? And
So again, you feel me? Like, she's in office and she's gonna do what she got to do to push him in the right direction, and that's what it's all about. You feel me? It's all about pushing people in the right direction. We really don't gotta like these people. We don't gotta be that fond of these people. But look, man, Joe Biden has in fact got, at least in my opinion, from what I can tell, Joe Biden has gotten more accomplished in his almost 4 years than Barack Obama did in 8. Joe Biden has made significant moves for unions. Joe Biden got the troops out of Afghanistan. And when people and when Republicans came after him, when anybody came after him, like, oh, we shouldn't have withdrawn, he said, yeah, fuck you. We've been there for 20 years. I did what I did. You feel me? So, like, the CHIPS Act significant, bringing jobs on board. He's kind of shaking it up a bit with the student debt relief. It's a bit patchy there, but it's not as if it's like, oh, he's just been horrible. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Like, he's been okay. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep pushing him in the as much of a good direction as we can, and then in 2028, do the best job we can, because at the end of the day, that's really what it's about. 2028, that's when we're going to see a whole bunch of new faces. We're going to see a whole bunch of progressives in the race. We're going to see a lot. But right now, what we got is we got Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And it really is a waste of time to complain about it, because it's not going to change nothing. It is what it is. You feel me? So let's push this dude in the right direction. All right, let's see what's up. Where shall we go now? Because again, like, you got stuff like this, like, bro, like, this impacts everything. It's just, we're just in a crazy timeline right now, and it is what it is. You feel me? You know, go outside, touch grass, call your mother, your father, your son, your brother, whoever it is that you love in your life. Call them, let them know you love them, and think about something else. Judge threatens to toss Trump off witness stand, warns lawyer. Control him, or I will. Yo, this whole country is just a big ass reality show. Right, shit. We got to get to 2028. We got to get there. But yeah, nah, man, one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? Look, listen, I struggle with mental health problems. I got enough shit to be depressed about. I don't got the energy. I don't got the energy for these motherfuckers, man. We just come here to kick it and have a good time and stay up to date with shit. You feel me? There's more to life than politics. Never forget that. Judge Arthur Engoron is presiding over the state of New York civil fraud trial against former President Donald Trump. He asked Trump's counsel to control him and threatened to remove him if he continues to avoid answering the prosecution's questions. Trump and his business partners are alleged to have overestimated the value of the Trump organization in order to secure loans and reap our financial benefits. The former president took the witness stand on Monday after months of launching attacks against prosecutors and Engoron and the judge's staff on social media. Trump has called Engoron a Trump hater and rogue judge, while also complaining about his associate, a co-worker, excuse me, a court worker, rather. Sorry. Right, facts. I got real shit to be down about, to be concerned about. You know what I'm saying? I'm making some crazy decisions. Y'all about to see me, y'all about to see me doing some shit. You feel me? Because I got real shit to be depressed about. I'm not about to sit around depressed about no goddamn Donald Trump and Joe Biden. It is what it is. Oh man. All right, here we go. Now, what's up with this? Where were we? Engoron later imposed a gag order on Trump after he posted a picture of and attacked one of Engoron's clerks. Okay, in less than 1 hour on the stand so far, today, Trump has repeatedly launched into monologues, causing Engoron to repeatedly instruct him to answer the questions he's asked. See, man, that's what I'm telling you, bro. Like this dude, Donald Trump, I have never, ever in my life seen a man who is more of his own worst enemy than this dude. Like, bro, like he can't stop. Like, he literally, despite everything, he could become president again. And he won't, bro. He won't stop making it more difficult for that to happen. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, I've never seen it, bro. This dude is like one of the most incredible case studies of narcissism anyone could ever dream to look at. It's amazing. Like, this dude is out of his mind. Like, bruh, just shut the fuck up and you will be president again. It's literally that simple. Just shut up. He can't do it. You have already been found guilty for fraud. You're already liable for it. It's over. Now they're trying to decide how much they're going to fine you and what they're going to do. And instead of making them have some empathy and sympathy for you, you just make them dislike you further. Like, bro, like it's like what man, it's amazing. Like this motherfucker is crazy. And perhaps what's more amazing is that millions and millions of people around the country are like, oh, that's my guy. Like, what? Because again, it's like with Joe Biden, it's like, okay, he's a corrupt politician. But Donald Trump is like, what the fuck? Like, you motherfuckers could literally find anybody else, but here we are. Here we are. It is what it is. Caitlin Collins, quote, you can attack me, you can do whatever you want, but answer the question, Judge Engoron tells Trump. Like right, and Mary, you got, this is what you do. Like, what is wrong? What is wrong with you, bro? Like, just shut up. He can't. And that's why I'm saying, man, this is incredible. That's why I said, man, Joe Biden is running against himself. All Joe Biden has to do is address issues just enough. That's all he has to do. Address people's outcries just enough, and you will win, because this is who Donald Trump is. Trump can't turn this shit off. It's who he is. This is what he is. He can't shut it off. But it's amazing. Like, it's just like crazy to, if you like really sit back and look at everything, it's like, what the fuck? Like, later, after Trump went off on another tangent about how he's being treated unfairly, he was saying all this while he was in the courtroom. It's so unfair. He said, I beseech you to control him if you can. And Gorin told Kais, if you can't, I will. I will excuse him and draw every negative inference that I can. Bro, this dude, bro, he's so crazy. Libby, but that's not gonna happen. Like that can't happen, and it won't happen. Like, millions of people want him in office. So like, people aren't gonna just stop talking about him. Like that's not happening. Like, you feel me? Like, this dude just has to be beat. This dude is in all these court cases. Throw the book at this motherfucker. Put him in prison. That's what needs to happen. Put this motherfucker in prison. He got 91 felony charges. Put him in prison. The fuck you got him in all these court cases for if that's not what you gonna do? Put this motherfucker in jail. Especially since he can't stop, he can't control himself. Put him in prison. But honestly, look, man, politics could be a whole look, all you have to do when people are upset with you is address it. If Biden addresses this enough, his poll numbers will go up. That's all he has to do. That's it. Make a decision. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. Literally, just make a decision, bro. Make a decision to make people happy. And my guess is that, I mean, like, come on. Do you really want to lose to Trump? Do you really want to lose to Donald Trump? I don't think they do. I don't. I mean, perhaps they do, but I think that it's kind of just childish to be like, they want to lose. Like, come on. You know, like, all this motherfucker got to do is address shit enough, and he'll win. And all Trump got to do is shut up, and he'll win. But he can't do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, this motherfucker, put this dude in jail, put him in prison. Do it. Otherwise, what the fuck is the point of all of this? Hold on. Now we're gonna switch gears to our favorite person, George Santy. George Santy. You feel, man? But look, whatever happens, man, it's just crazy. It's just like next week's episode of Dragon Ball Z type of shit. They never show the video on this site. It must be because I'm not a member or something. Because there was a video of George Santos, and I'll open it up in another page. Play another video real quick and open it up in another page. Because I saw it on the phone. But now, what website was this? The Independent. All right, here we go. Bring it to back to Mediaite. Oh yeah, but Libby, wouldn't it be amazing if we could just like literally do what if that could happen, then that literally would work. But he done crossed that barrier now. What an amazing country we live in. Look, man, you got to take a step back and try to laugh again, man. There's more to life. You said my Santos 2024. Hey, man, I'm telling you, bro. Santos 2024. Look, patent that shit, man. Get your money. Make your money. No, Donald, what I'm saying is that Biden has time to address this. It's not complicated in that regard. Politics happens one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? If Biden calls for a ceasefire, his poll numbers will go back up. Like, they will. You know, so that's what I mean by it's not complicated. You know what I'm saying? Like, just it's like, the longer I've like been in politics, and a lot of y'all have been in politics longer than me, so I'm not sitting here saying it like I have so much experience. I'm just saying, like, where I'm at now, like the way I see it, it's like, shit, man. Like, you could be in a position in politics and everybody could hate you for good reason. Okay, give them something they need. Not even like it's a game. Like, Oh, give people something they need. Because that's what you're there for. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're there for. Like, you don't really need to be somebody that everybody's enamored with. But if you give motherfuckers something that they need, then your poll numbers will go up. Because that's really all you're supposed to be about anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people are all mad at you, you don't gotta give them lip. You don't gotta, like, you don't gotta talk back and be all defensive. You a cog in a machine. Just give motherfuckers what they want. So that's what I'm getting at. Like, that's all he got to do. We'll see what he does, but you know, like, it's not complicated in that regard. Okay, my bad. I brought this shit up twice on my end. Now let's check this out. George Santos claims he confirmed his family fled the Holocaust. Instantly backtracks when CNN's Manu Raju asks for proof.
Congressman Santos now.
Like, do you know how much Joe Biden's poll numbers would skyrocket if he did some shit like, if he something like a ceasefire, or he did some shit like like released way more nonviolent offenders, or he did some shit like under Joe Biden's presidency, marijuana became recreational legal across the nation, like shit like that. Just do you and that's corruption is what stops that from just happening, obviously, as we know. But just in a sense of like, look, if any of you ever want to be in office somewhere, if you ever want to be a politician and you find yourself in a position, what was I gonna say? You find yourself in a position where it's like, oh shit, I gotta, damn, people are mad at me. What do people need? Give them what they need, because that's what you're there for. It's not complicated, but that's why we got to get money out of politics.
Admits that he's never graduated from college, wasn't a volleyball star, and did not work at Goldman Sachs. But he told me he still plans to prove that one of his most seemingly outlandish claims is actually true. That despite being raised Roman Catholic, his mother's family is Jewish, and his grandparents did flee Ukraine during the Holocaust. He made the claim about his heritage several times throughout his campaign, once referring to himself in a campaign document as a proud American Jew. But last December, CNN and other outlets reviewed genealogy sites that showed his maternal grandparents were born in Brazil and found no evidence that they ever lived in or fled from Europe. But here's what he told me on Friday.
It's true.
It's true.
Oh, it's true. I spent the last 10 months.
Bro, this dude is so ridiculous. Hold on. I saw him and didn't do the appropriate.
DNA, hiring genealogists to actually.
Because I don't think there's any. Is there documentation of this?
Oh, that's what I spent the last 10 months doing, putting together. But unfortunately, Ukraine is in the middle of a freaking war, and my grandfather comes from Ukraine. So this is the biggest lift that I've had to do my entire life. But that's something I'm gonna die. I'm gonna prove before I die, because the reality is I never said I was Jewish. I would always joke for years. I say I'm Jewish. I was raised Roman Catholic. I said that in the middle of RJC just last year, a year from today, just last year in Las Vegas. I joked on the mic, said I am, after all, Jewish. Joking. Everybody thought it was funny. Everybody knew what I was talking about, where I was coming from. And then for me to sit here and be like, wait, this is something I've always made very clear. I'm Catholic, come from a Jewish family. Here's my Jewish family's history.
Bro, George Santos doesn't exist. Like, the real George Santos he doesn't exist. Like, he's whatever he says he is at any given moment. That's it.
Why is this now a problem?
Just to make clear, you have documented proof that your grandparents fled the Holocaust.
I am working on finishing getting the last pieces of it, specifically the piece in Brazil, where they go to Brazil and then have documents forged so that they can blend in and all of that stuff. And once I have everything ready, I will allow the same company I hired to submit the report to the press.
He's so full of shit. Bro, he more full of shit than Donald Trump is. He's so full of shit. Man. Pretty amazing. I guess you got to give it to him. That takes some commitment. That takes dedication. That shit ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not easy at all. But yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, Donald Trump is incredibly beatable. So all Biden got to do, either I don't know what the strategist's name was, but he was saying Biden may drop out. He could do that. I don't think he will. But just call for a ceasefire. And if his poll numbers keep cratering and people continue to be outraged, then he probably will. Why wouldn't he? You know what I'm saying? Like you really gonna let your shit crater like that? Like he could, but I don't think he will. I think the Biden administration is gonna try to win their reelection campaign. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what he does, but you know, either step down and make way for somebody else, but who would that be? But look, Donald Trump is so beatable. He's so beatable. Just address what people want and you'll beat them. That's it. Ohio voters weigh weed legalization. Yeah, Santos is committed. He's completely 100% committed to the bid. Ohio voters weigh weed legalization. Polling suggests the Buckeye State will become the 24th to legalize marijuana use for adults. Ohio voters appear poised to back recreational marijuana legalization on Tuesday, nearly a decade after they rejected a similar ballot measure. Recent polls have found support for the question hovering around 60%. But in an off year election where it's uncertain who will show up at the polls, the outcome is far from certain. Oh, yeah, it was Axelrod. He suggested it. But yeah, I mean, unless he actually says that he'll do it, then okay. Because again, what Biden needs to do to boost his poll numbers isn't complicated. He just needs to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, and if he doesn't want to drop out, then I suppose that he'll probably do something about it at some point. Because again, like otherwise, you're gonna lose. But in an off year election where it's uncertain who will show up at the polls, the outcome is far from certain. The only poll that matters is next Tuesday, said Tom Herron, spokesperson for the Coalition to Regulate Marijuana Like Alcohol, which is leading the pro legalization campaign. If successful, the initiative will make Ohio the 24th state in the nation to legalize recreational weed. It will also add to the trend of more conservative states establishing adult use markets, with voters in Montana and Missouri backing recreational legalization in recent years. Yes, my home, look, if marijuana can be legal in my home state of Missouri, then it can be legal anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna like this is gonna continue to be my attitude and approach. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I implore everybody not to get too caught up in the left wing sphere where all commentators are doing is bitching and whining about Joe Biden. Like, okay, I get it, but how are we look, that's who we got. So how are we gonna push this motherfucker in the right direction? Because I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, I hate him so much. I hate him because that's what motherfuckers want to hear. Like I'm not trying to do that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting y'all know because a lot of people be wanting to see me do that, and then they'll get mad. But like I'm not finna do that shit. You feel me? Like because that shit's a waste of time. Like I'm here to get stuff done. I'm here to do stuff in the real world. You know, I don't like Biden that much either, but I'm not I'm not just gonna sit here and be like, "Rah! Yeah, yeah," like fuck all that bullshit, man. Other people can do that bullshit. Let's do what we gotta do so that we can actually get policies passed, not just sit around and complain. Fuck all that. So whenever we see problems, if we see problems, let's address the problems. Let's not complain about them. Let's do better. You feel me? Let's organize more. Let's not just be like because that's kind of a reputation that progressives have. You know what I'm saying? So like if we see issues, let's look at it as opportunities. Okay, let's do better. Let's not sit around and fuck all that shit, man. Let's do this. All right. I think that they gonna legalize it. But if they didn't, that would be pretty whack. Abortion referendum spurs turnout. The timing of the vote has its pros and cons for legalizing supporters. Running a ballot campaign in an odd numbered year in a sprawling state like Ohio is significantly cheaper than a presidential election year. For presidential elections tend to turn out younger voters. The marijuana initiative is sharing the ballot with a referendum on abortion rights, which appears to be driving larger turnout in early voting. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, abortion is going to continue to be an issue that's going to get people out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to look at. It's easy to put all your focus into the presidential election and bigger federal elections, but man, people gonna keep showing up to the polls for stuff like this, as we've seen, because it's extreme. You feel, and definitely it'll be really easy to get people out to the polls to vote for marijuana legalization. However, Scott Milburn, spokesperson for the anti-legalization group, Protect Ohio Workers and Families. We got to protect the workers from the greenery. No, but they can smoke them cigarettes though. You know what I mean? Reefer Madness believes that this dude, Scott Milburn, believes that the abortion question, this is abortion, sorry, will help their campaign by drawing out voters who care about children and families. Nope, nah. You finna lose. Y'all done lost a couple of times. You gonna lose again. You gonna lose. Like, progressives got to stop taking these politicians so personally and just use these motherfuckers, man. Because that's what they there for. They there to pass bills or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, progressives be getting too caught up in it, man. Fuck these people, man. Save your emotional energy for some happiness. You know what I'm saying? Go be happy about some shit. And let's just use these people, push them in the right direction, harass these motherfuckers until they do what they supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna be mad, then let's get our asses out here and make some shit happen. And I'm gonna keep on, because I'm a progressive, and I'm gonna keep on criticizing my side of the fence, because I'm not no fucking loser. And I'm not trying to build, I'm not trying to tap into that. No. Let's get this money and let's win. That's what time it is. Let's do it. And focus on issues like this: legalizing marijuana, freeing nonviolent prisoners, raising the minimum wage, things that motherfuckers care about. That's what matters. Ohioans are flocking to Michigan to buy marijuana. So you might as well go ahead and legalize it so that you can get them tax dollars. An Ohio State University analysis estimates that taxing legal cannabis will generate similar revenues as Ohio's casinos. $300 million a year. Get that money. Go ahead and get that money. Oh yeah, Vincent, I'm about to get that whole money. You feel me? I'm about to go ahead and dip my toes into that field. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I texted my mama. I said, your only son is a stripper hoe now. I didn't quite say it like that, but that's basically what I told her. You know what I'm saying? uh oh yeah, marijuana legalization. That's why I'm saying, man, like, let us not all get too caught up in the chaos, because a lot of people, man, I'm telling, bro, like, a lot of people, nah, bro. Nah, let's focus on the issues. I'm not about to be one of these left-wing commentators who's just trying to be seen and shit because I'm saying what people are feeling. Like, nah, I'm not finna do that. And that's why too we gonna keep on doing more shows outside of politics. I don't, we do these streams here where we talk about politics, but I want us to continue to expand outside of that, have conversations more about like other areas of life. You know what I'm saying? Because there's more to life than politics. You feel me? And I don't want to get overly caught up in this shit. So we gonna keep on going down that path. All right, so we'll keep our eyes. Hold on, a lift for business. Ohio has remained a bright spot in the cannabis industry that has seen a lot of volatility in recent years. Sales hit $1.5 billion in October since the medical market launched in 2019. There are nearly 400,000 registered patients in the program, and about half of them are active. We'll take any wins we can get in these states, said James Leventis, executive vice president of government affairs at Verano Holdings, one of the operators in Ohio's medical market. It's a winning issue, man. We'll keep our eyes peeled and see what happens. Yeah, that's why that's why I'm saying, like, I just, you know, I think I think that progressives have a lot of opportunity to just win. You feel me? To just win. Like we've been able to, get our ideas out there a little bit more, but I think that, we just gotta we have to use these politicians like cogs in the machine, because that's what they are. Politicians are in office to do what the people want. And we can say stuff, but we got to get better. If we're not getting progressive politicians in office, then what does it matter? What does it matter? If we're not getting people in office, what does it matter? If we're not funding progressive causes, what does it matter? If we're not being leaders in our own communities, what does it matter? And that's what I mean when I say I'm not about to just be on here yelling and screaming because I'm saying what people are feeling. The bigger this platform gets, the more I'm going to do out here in these streets. Otherwise, what the fuck is the point of y'all watching me? I'm 31 years old. I'm about to be 32. I'm not 20. I'm not a kid who just want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, I'm past that. You feel me? So if you motherfuckers is gonna believe in me and support me, then I'm gonna be out here in these streets making shit happen. So that's what it's all about. All right. New York Attorney General Letitia James throws down the gauntlet ahead of Trump's testimony in fraud trial. The numbers don't lie.
Chad, I apologize. Here is the Attorney General in New York.
Misrepresented and inflated the value of his assets. And before he takes the stand, I am certain that he will engage in name calling and taunts and race baiting and call this a witch hunt. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters are the facts and the numbers. And numbers, my friends, don't lie. Thank you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's take this shit into our own hands. You feel me? And because we can. We can. These motherfuckers that's standing in our way is 80-something years old. It's our time. It is our time. There's no need for us to ask. There's no need for us to beg. There's no need for us to complain. It's our time. Let's fucking win, man. Fuck these people. Shit, you stand in my way, I'm gonna get you the fuck up out my way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're in my way and you won't let me in the door. I'm finna the fuck out my way. I got one life to live and you ain't finna stand. Fuck what you talking about. That's my attitude. That's why, you feel me? Like, I don't really be relating to people when they be like, oh, they didn't let me do it. I ain't asking nobody to let me do a goddamn thing. I'm doing what the fuck I'm doing because I can. That's who I am, and that's who we can be together. You know what I'm saying? Like, because what are we really asking for? Can you please pay me a living wage? Is that really that much to ask? No, it's not. It's not too much to ask. So fuck these people. It's around whining and complaining because these bitch ass people won't let us in the fuck. Who's asking these people to let us in the door? Not me. I'm not asking these motherfuckers to let me do nothing. Never have, never will, because they ain't gonna let me do shit no way. Figured that out a long time ago. These motherfuckers ain't gonna let me do nothing. They ain't gonna give me nothing, and they ain't gonna let you do nothing. They ain't gonna give you shit neither. Why should they? Why should they? That's what it is. That's who I am. That's what time it is. All right, now let's see what's up. A terrible, terrible thing. Trump lashes out moments before taking the stand in fraud trial.
So while Israel is being attacked, while Ukraine is being attacked, while inflation is eating our country alive, I'm down here, and these are all political opponent attack ads by the Biden administration. Their poll numbers are terrible. You show what happened today. The New York Times and CBS came out with a poll that I'm leading all over the place, but it's a very unfair situation. This is really election interference. That's all it is. This trial is ridiculous. The numbers are much greater than on the financial statement, and we've already proven that. They said Mar-a-Lago's worth $18 million. Mar-a-Lago's worth anywhere from probably 50 to 100 times more than that. And it's a terrible, terrible thing. These are political operatives that I'm going to be dealing with right now. You have a racist attorney general who made some terrible statements, and we just see some more that came over the wires today. It's a very sad situation for our country. We shouldn't have this. This is for third world countries, and it's very unfair. It's very unfair. But in the meantime, the people of the country understand it, they see it, and they don't like it. They don't like it because it's political warfare, as you would call it, or political lawfare. Another name. They got a lot of names for it, but usually it takes place in third world countries.
He says the same thing every day. Like there's no difference in anything that he says. Like it's just the same shit over and over again. I wish we could see the in the courtroom footage of him whining and complaining, and the judge told him to shut up. This is just hilarious. All right, let's see. Right, exactly. He should be saving us from inflation right now. Like, bro, man, we got to get this dude back. We got to get him back, man. MAGA, get this dude back in office so that we so that he can get the inflation down. You know what I'm saying? Everything to know about Election Day in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. What's this?
Tomorrow is Election Day. In New York City, city council seats are on the ballot, as well as the race for Queens District Attorney. There are multiple mayoral races in Westchester and Long Island, and Suffolk County will elect a new county executive. Voters will choose state Supreme Court justices and civil court justices, and there's 2 statewide ballot measures, one regarding debt limits for small city school districts and another for sewage projects. In New Jersey, every seat in both houses of the legislature is up for grabs, and there are multiple mayoral races in Connecticut. In the race for the White House, a new poll shows that former President Trump has quite a lead over President Biden in 5 key swing states. The New York Times.
All he has to do is call for a ceasefire, and this will change. That's all he has to do. Nothing more.
Times and Siena College survey found that voters in Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, Arizona, and Nevada all prefer Trump. All prefer Trump.
Oh my God!
Overnight, a bicyclist and a pedestrian in the hospital
under the influence.
How are you tied with that? Imagine being in a dead heat with Donald Trump, man. You know what? Look, listen, man. Whenever you think that your life is hard, and hard it may be, hard I'm sure it is, because life is difficult. All you got to do is think, I could be Joe Biden, who has a shot at losing to Trump. I could be that. I could be Joe Biden. I could be down by many a point to a man like Donald Trump. I could be on the international stage. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Where was we at? New York elections. They just went over that a little bit. I don't know if y'all heard it. But yes. And Joe Biden. But yeah, all he really has to do is the things he needs to do to address this really aren't complicated. So it's not rocket science. He just needs to do it. So we'll see what happens. We'll take it a day at a time and see what's up. But again, until we're a lot closer to the elections, I'm just not gonna, the polls are gonna, because again, it was a few weeks ago, a poll came out where Biden was up by 7 against Trump. You feel me? Like, and everybody wasn't like about that one. So like, just take it a day at a time. Go pet your dog. Go smoke some weed. Put your emotions somewhere else. Don't stress yourself out more than you already are. Let Joe Biden hold that stress. How's it going in there? Trump confronted by reporter outside court moments after nearly being thrown off stand.
All right, we're back. These are live pictures. They've taken a break in the courtroom. Donald Trump just exited the courtroom. That's what we have right now.
Yeah, it's interesting. Did he speak to cameras? Can you speak into my ear?
Oh wait, here, let's replay this. Hang on, we're gonna replay this right now, so we can all see.
Oh, speaking of Letter Hack, I'm gonna be on with Letter Hack on the 15th of this month. I will be on with Letter Hack. I'm really looking forward to that. I think that'll be a great time.
Together, what just happened?
How's it going in there?
Huh. All right, so Donald Trump there making that motion, zipping his lips, not speaking, which is interesting in and of itself, given
Trump's biggest problem is the election isn't next month. That's his biggest problem. It really is. Because from now until election day, bro, man, this election is really gonna be like. I really encourage y'all to not get too caught up in this election, even though we're gonna be talking about it every day. I encourage you to not get too caught up in it because it's gonna be crazy, bro. This dude Donald Trump, whatever fine he ends up getting, however this civil shit ends, that's gonna bump his crazy meter up. And then after that, with all these federal cases, that's gonna be like, bro, this dude Donald Trump, we have not even seen him and his base begin to lose their mind. They about to go crazy. All right, let's see what's up with this. Trump admits in court he wasn't president in 2021 while he was keeping our country safe. Former President Donald Trump was forced to admit in court that he was not president in 2021 when he took control of a trust controlling his business. The admission came while Trump was on the stand in his $250 million fraud trial in New York on Monday. Man, bruh, Trump's biggest problem is the election isn't next week or next month. That's such a problem for him because bro, this shit's gonna get ugly. This shit really is gonna get crazy, man. Because he's gonna lose it. He's going to absolutely lose his shit. I mean, not that he hasn't already lost his damn mind, but he's gonna lose it more. Quote, Trump brings up the 2021 valuation of the joint venture, but says he wasn't really involved with it. Law 360 crime reporter Stuart Bishop revealed. Trump says he was very busy as president. My threshold was China, Russia, and keeping our country safe, Trump reportedly said. Prosecutor Kevin Wallace offered to refresh Trump's memory. And just to refresh your collection, you were not president in 2021, he asked. No, I wasn't, Trump admitted. Man, I mean, he's such a low grade despot. Is he not? He's such a low grade trash garbage quality dictator because he's like at least when you look at other people that you could go back in history to, I mean, dictators and despots typically are like, when it all boils down to it, goofy loser motherfuckers. But like Mussolini, for instance, was really a tough guy. Like he really was tough and he was not 80. Joseph Stalin wasn't 80. You feel me? Like, and he was really like, like these people still had some type of political wherewithal and they had real political aspirations. It wasn't just like me, I just want to be popular. I just want people talking about me. And now his whole thing really is not, staying out of prison. But Donald Trump doesn't have it, like Mussolini wanted to make Italy the Roman Empire again. He wanted that. Hitler had this grand vision for his people in his country that was going to create this 1,000-year Reich that only lasted for 12 or 13 years or some shit like that. Napoleon, a real military genius and a reformer in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, but these people were really driven by causes and beliefs. They were true believers in something. Donald Trump's just a dipshit television con artist, and he's 80. You feel me? Like, it's like he's a con dictator. Like, he's a fraudulent dictator. Like, yeah, sure, he could fuck this place up, but it's like he isn't the real thing compared to, like, it's just so, it's like it's amazing. Like, y'all chose this dude to be your dictator, this old fucking fraud. You couldn't choose like a young thug or something, at least a dude who really, you see what I'm getting at? It's just like he's such a low tier, low grade dictator. It's crazy. It's amazing. Or like an Andrew Jackson, like, you know, what it, Trump doesn't compare to any of these people whatsoever in any way. He's just an idiot and a fraud and the biggest narcissist anyone's ever seen. Okay, let's see what's up with this. Didn't really care how many laws had to be broken. Trump lawyer John Eastman grilled on 60 Minutes. Oh, there wasn't a video? Oh. Yeah, ZJ, I think that's a very big difference, you know, because Donald Trump would have been more, honestly, Trump would have been happier if he would have been able to start his, like, if he would have lost the race to Hillary, if he would have lost to Hillary and then started his big TV network, he would be so much happier now than he is. Because he, again, like, that's a good way to put it too. He doesn't have any real political ambition. He doesn't. He doesn't have any real plans. If he did, he'd shut the fuck up. But he can't, because it's all about popularity, like you said. Like, it's all about what do people think about me? What are the tabloids saying about Donald Trump? That's all this is about. Like, y'all picked a fake dictator to be y'all dictator. We'll see what happens, though. We will see what happens. Disgraced law professor John Eastman, a prime architect of the January 6th plot to steal the 2020 presidential election, defended himself on the CBS's 60 Minutes Sunday night amid felony RICO charges in Georgia and disbarment proceedings in California. In the interview, CBS's Scott Pelley grilled Eastman on the shaky legal theories that were the foundation for Trump to be declared the winner of the 2020 election, despite losing both the popular vote and the electoral college vote, particularly in Georgia. You said 2,500 convicts voted in Georgia. The investigation found 4. You said 10,000 dead voters were on Georgia rolls. The investigation found 4. It doesn't seem like you knew what you were talking about. That's hilarious. He said it doesn't seem like you knew what you were talking about. Right, facts. Exactly. That's exactly where he got his strategy from. All right. You've now mischaracterized my testimony, and I'm not looking to let you get away with that. Eastman responded, I didn't say 2,500 felons voted. I said as many as. What? What? Bruh. That what are you talking about? So if that makes it okay, then you could have said, well, as many as 1 billion. You could say anything. You could say as many as 500,000, as many as 40 million felons. But bro, you could say anything by that logic. What do you mean? I didn't say 2,500 voted. I said as many as. Okay, it could have been that many. Turned out to be 4. Okay, turned out to be 4, which is you know, a few thousand and then some. You know, between 4 and 2,500. But you know. Too late to adjust the numbers now, Pelley countered. You've already testified to the legislature, and there's a big difference between as many as 2,500 and the actual number of 4. Bro. And again, all for the sake of Donald Trump. Like, really, bro? Like, the people who stormed the building believed that the vice president had authorities that he, in fact, did not have. and that was a motivating factor for them in storming the building, Jacobs said. Eastman was mostly concerned with the results and didn't really care how many laws had to be broken to get there. Hey, I didn't say 2,500, okay? I said as many as 2,500. It could have been that many, but I don't know. It could have been a million too. Could have been a billion. Could have been a million, d billion, trillion, d. Like it could have been infinity off of Donald Trump. I don't even want to go into it. I just want to, you got to make it work. The woman who moved in with her ex-husband and his new wife for the sake of their kids just welcomed another new roommate, her boyfriend. Hey man, make it work. I don't even got nothing to say. We live in a new day and age. You feel me? You can make it work however you want to make it work. You already know TikTok always hating if I try to play the sound. Make it work, y'all. Whether you're straight or gay or bi or why is there I mean, I was about to say, there's just all this LGBTQI plus, but like, why are there so many distinctions? Like, why can't it just be like queer? What's really the difference between gay and bi? Like, if you're sexually and emotionally attracted to the same sex, you're gay. You might like the opposite sex too, but like, I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, I don't know. I'm down with the queers and the trans and the gays. But I'm not hip to all the language all the time. You feel me? So forgive me if I'm not hip, but go ahead and do your thing, whatever it is that you do. All right, now we had quite a lovely stream. Again, Joe Biden, he's got to address his falling poll numbers, and what he needs to do to address that really isn't that complicated. Just call for a ceasefire. That's literally all you got to do. Call for a ceasefire and do a couple more policy moves up until re-election, and you should be all right. We'll have to wait and see what he does, but that's really going to end up being his biggest problem. Yes, the alphabet mafia, exactly. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens. We live in interesting times, do we not? Do we not? Now, let's go ahead and take this hit. We're going to take this hit, and then we're going to have a good week. I'm going to hit up Rayvon and see what's popping, see if she's available to do a stream tomorrow or Wednesday. Wednesday, we're going to do another episode of Lock Talk. And Saturday, we're going to do another Saturday morning cartoons. We're going to have to figure out exactly how or what cartoons to play, because YouTube, we ran into some issues last time. But we watched Jackie Chan Adventures, and we watched Dinosaurs and Dragons. Hey man, it was dope. It was cool. I mean, no, not Dinosaurs and Dragons. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. You feel me? Yeah. Now let's take this hit together. Right, you feel me? Like there don't need to be all the distinctions. You feel me? Like it's all good. It's all good. Go ahead and do your thing. I remember I was on TYT and I had mentioned that my girlfriend was gay and everybody was so confused. Like, how is that possible? Does he mean bisexual? What does he mean? Like, she likes girls, so she's gay. You feel me? Like, she likes men too. She likes women more. But, it's like, oh, well, he didn't say the the proper alphabet. He didn't do the proper one. I couldn't understand what he meant. He didn't say bisexual. So when he said gay, my brain couldn't compute. I'm just talking shit. But nah, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, what? What do you mean? Like, it's not that complicated. Now let's go ahead and take this hit together. It's time for the green. Cheers. I love and appreciate y'all, man. Ooh. Now this some smooth player shit right here. Yes, indeed. All right. Hey, okay, School G, you know what I'm saying? There we go, School G. You know, at least I wasn't wrong in my thinking that. You feel me? It's like, hey, look, let's just make it simple. You feel me? If you're sexually and emotionally attracted to the same sex, you're just gay. You feel me? Like you could like the opposite sex as well, but you know, it's all good. We accept you all. We fuck with you all, man. You all welcome here. It's all good. Oh yeah, we dancing, man. We kicking it. Ooh. Now, I'm about to get me a quick little rest. I'm about to chill for a minute. I'm not sure what song this is exactly, but this is on Soulection. Soulection is a great weekly like 2-hour mix that a guy named Joe K does. Soulection on SoundCloud. It's on show number 614. But yes. Thank y'all for joining me. We had a very fun Monday. And I'm about to chill, then I'm gonna eat, then I gotta get back to work. I got a lot to